Okay, my name is Maddalena and I'm a designer.
And I'm Isabella, I'm a photographer.
And we work together in this space that is a co-working space, and it is a space dedicated to creativity. And here we make our work, then now we will explain to you. And so we can start with the asks, the questions.
Okay, so first question. Could you give us some information about yourselves and your backgrounds? What were you doing before establishing your own business?
Yeah, my background. My father was an art teacher, so art was a big part of my life from my childhood. When I was 14, I found an old camera in our attic, and I started to try to understand how it worked by myself. So it was like love at first sight. With my camera, I could show to everyone my point of view, my vision. So then I always studied art, but from high school to university, but not a specific photography school, always art school, and just single courses of photography and a lot of practice. And this gave me a wider artistic culture that was really helpful for my work. And then I always loved to work. When I was a student, I worked as waitress, babysitter, museum educator, and photographer, of course.
And I was a creative since I was 3 years old. My mother said says, sorry, my English is not perfect, but I try to do the best. And my mother says that I spend all my time drawing, creating, inventing, dancing, acting. So I always knew that creativity could be my job. And so I started to improve my creativity power, studying industrial design in Florence and then visual arts in Venice, and making a lot of workshops in cinema, in theater, in public art, and in graphic, trying to improve my creativity in 316 degrees. I don't know, it's okay in English, see if it's okay. But what I understand, one of the most important things that I understand during my trip in the creativity is that creativity is not simply an instrument to express what you have inside or to communicate something, but it's an instrument that you can use to change the society. Because when you put an image, a photo, a video, a graphic in the society, you are creating, you are condividere, sharing a different point of view of reality, your point of view, and so create, stimulate, it's okay, stimulate a new behavior or a moment of reflection. So you can change a behavior, you can change a reflection, and so you can change the society. So for me, it's very important, this point, and for this reason I started to focus in public design and sustainable design, and so this is my background.
How did you decide to do your own business?
I always felt I couldn't work for someone else, with someone else's rules, because my work is a very big part of my life, and give it in someone else's hands means for me to give my life in someone else's hands. So when people started to say they will pay me for my photos, I understood maybe it was the time I had to try. So then I can't explain the big emotion I had when the first client walked the door of my first studio, and asked me to do a job for him, because I understood, okay, it's everything true. There is someone that wants my photos, and something that I create with my creativity and my abilities. It's really beautiful feelings.
And yes, I decided I decided that creativity had to be my job simply because I understand that people need my creativity. I'm a creative person and I offer my creativity to the people. So I started to work as a product designer and making objects, a video maker, making videos, and a visual communicator, making graphic design. And what I understand is that it's not important the market, but it's important the link with the person. There's Victor Papanek, that is a very interesting designer from 70s, that says, the most important thing about design is its relationship with people and not with markets. Okay, this is the very important thing. And I understand that this project that I make, and I focus a lot of what I call the cultural sostenibilità culturale.
Cultural sustainability.
Cultural sustainability, okay? In Italy it's very simpler, sostenibilità culturale, okay? It's simple in Italian. And in that way I focus in the relationships with the people and not with the market. For me it's very important how the project make a relation with the people and not with the market. This is the focus, and I understand that people needs this focus. A focus that is not focused in the profit, in the market. This. Non l'ho detto molto bene, ma spero che sia capito, perché non è facile. It's very difficult to explain this concept in English, so but I hope that it's clear. If it's not clear, please. Magdalena, I don't understand nothing, and I try to explain better. Okay, thank you.
Okay, how do you see the entrepreneurship climate in your country and in the world?
Okay, to be an entrepreneur, è proprio difficilissima sta cosa. Come si dice? Come?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
A business
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
A businesswoman, maybe, yes.
Esageriamo.
Okay, rifamo. To be an entrepreneur in Italy is quite difficult. Nobody helps you. You have almost no rights, and the taxes are really heavy. So many of the time there are no connection between the hours you work and the money you earn. To be an entrepreneur in Italy, you have to be brave, humble, you have to work very hard and love your work really much. Yeah. But this is my country, I love it, I want to live and work here, so I don't want to give up. And also if sometimes it's really hard. Abroad, I don't know, I know that in North Europe and United States there are better conditions, for sure. What I think in wider terms about enterprise nowadays in the world, I think that crisis had a bright side. That was this. Before, people had guaranteed work, and you have to be insane to leave everything to do to follow your dreams. Now lot of people just say, okay, I don't have anything to lose, so I want to try to do what always I wanted to do, and this is a really beautiful thing. I think that to be an entrepreneur, you have to be a dreamer.